couple other important things that I want to let you know about and to talk about here, but just some very general things, is in general, the people who use Google tend to be better educated and have higher incomes than do those who use Yahoo. So you might want to think about that when you set up online advertising. It's not that both can't be used and very successfully. But what I would suggest is that what you do is if you see you have a product that's going to have, maybe it's a lower end product or something, maybe you start out advertising that on Yahoo. Do your fine tuning and everything, and then expand it to Google and see how well it works there. If you have, let's say, a very high end product that you're selling, I might start out with Google, fine tune it there, and then expand to Yahoo and MSN and see if it works as well there. Google has the most users, Yahoo is second, and MSN is third. I would recommend that you use professionals who are either Google certified or Yahoo ambassadors. They know how to help you find low-hanging fruit, and what do I mean by that? There are many keywords and many keyword phrases that will probably relate to the particular product or service that you're trying to sell. And using tools that are available, your professional will go in and they'll be able to find out, one, how popular is that particular search phrase or search term. And they can find out how many clicks it'll typically get each month. But the second thing they'll find out is not only how popular it is, but how competitive it is. And by doing good work, sometimes what you can do is you can find a highly popular phrase that relates to your product, but is not very competitive, so you're not going to have to pay very much to get someone to click to come to the website. And so those are what I'm talking about, are being low-hanging fruit. Google and Yahoo are constantly changing the types of things that they do and the opportunities you have to use them in a variety of different ways. Your search marketing professional is going to know what all those changes are. And I have generally found that you're better off paying a professional to do this. You're going to get better results, even considering their fees, than if you try and learn this yourself and try and run the whole campaign. The last thing I want to leave you with is to make sure before you set up any campaign, you know the value of how much you're going to make from the product or service that you sell, or what it's worth to have somebody sign up for the newsletter that you have. Because if you don't understand that, you don't know how to measure what your return on investment is for any advertising campaign. If you're selling a product and you make a $50 product for each purchase that you get, and it costs you $60 to sell the product online, it doesn't make any sense to do online advertising to do that. But if you don't know that cost, you're not going to know whether or not you're getting a good result. Well, that's just sort of a brief introduction to online advertising, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
How easy is it to determine the cost per click that you should be willing to pay, say with Google? Because I know like lodging here in town tends to pay the most. I guess it's because it's the most coveted spot.
But you know, we know what they're doing. We talked about conversion. It's really conversion you're talking about, not clicks. I don't care what I pay for a click.
Right.
I care what I pay for a booking.
Exactly.
And because I use conversion tracking within Google, I know for every keyword how much I spent and how many room nights I booked. And I know how much I'm willing to spend per room night for conversion. So whether I spend 50 cents a click or $50 a click doesn't matter. It just depends on what the income I got for each dollar I spend.
And that's why I'm saying the tracking is very important. Not just to know your click-through rate, but to know what your conversion rate is. Well, and by conversion rate, I mean is for each person that visits your landing page, how many people take the action that you want to take? In other words, how many people book a room in this particular case? Yeah.
How do they determine a price on a per click?
Well, it's now very complicated. What happens with Google, it's both based on the search term and how competitive it is. It's based on the quality of your ad, and for Google, the quality of your ad is basically related to how many people that see the ad click on the ad, because Google doesn't care whether they convert. They only want to get them to click on the ad because that's when they get paid. And then the last thing is they have a complex algorithm that is ranked by place, whether you're first, second, third, down through 10th. And what it is combining your quality score along with the competitiveness for the keyword. You get charged. In other words, if your bid was going to put you in second place, they will charge you a penny more than the person in third place. But you could end up paying more for second place than someone could end up paying for first place because you have a very low quality ad. And in many cases, it turns out it's probably not a good idea to be in first place. It's generally, it can be more cost effective to be in second, third, or fourth place. So it's not something that's simple, but after you do it for a while, you get a much better sense of this.
They also analyze sometimes your landing page to see how the landing page keywords match the search term
Relevance.
and the relevance of your landing page.
Right.
That also determines how much you're going to pay. And Google is very greedy right now. And what Google will do is, as soon as you put a bid in the next day, they will up and say you're no longer on the first page. It's going to be 85 cents. You bid 15, they say 85. There's nobody else bidding against you, but they do it. And they just keep forcing the market.
And we've had Yahoo do some strange things. We've had Yahoo say in one of the campaigns that we've been in is, we didn't think your particular ad was quite as optimized as it should be, so they've actually gone in and they've made an editorial changes in the ad, and we have gotten in touch with them and really railed on them about that, because we have one client that's an electric utility company in Texas. It's our biggest client, and every ad variation we do has to be approved by legal. So Yahoo going in and arbitrarily changing a word creates havoc.
Back in Overture days, they would just take the ad and throw it in a bucket and say it's offline.
Yeah.
Go look at it, figure out what's wrong.
Yeah. Well, thank you all very much, and I want to let you know what's going to happen is that these presentations, as you may have noticed, have been taped today. The handouts are going to be put on the website within the next couple of weeks, SedonaMarketingAssociation.com, and the videos are actually going to be there are going to be links to the videos put up, so you'll be able to come back and see any of the presentations again. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to talk to any of the presenters we've had here. And I guess you've got Terry, do you want them to fill out their evaluation sheets? So thank you all very much for coming, and if you've got any questions, let us know.